open every time.
I mean, yes.
It has to. We have to
It
warm.
is. This is the way in which we start.
This is the natural order of things for us.
That's the way,
This
as
is
they
the
say.
way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This
I
is the
actually
way.
cosplayed Mandalorian a few
Yeah.
years ago. It's
With
actually were
very
gold one,
successfully.
yeah.
Very successfully.
Yeah.
You won an award.
Yeah, I won the Comic Con competition at the time. But, yeah.
Mela.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, there was
The props
to
were
be
really
honest,
cool. I agree. The
yes.
props were really cool.
The
and
costume was perfect. Man.
It was. There were quite a lot of inaccuracies, but the props were really cool. And unfortunately, none of the only the pistol remains because the rifle just broke down since I moved
But you
twice.
have the
since
helmet
then.
still.
Have I? I'm not sure if I have the helmet.
No,
I think it might be stored in the
that
workshop.
helmet was really good.
No, I think we threw it away. We threw
Oh,
it
that's
away.
a shame.
I know that I threw the armor away. I think I kept the helmet. Jade. Yeah, I think I did. Hi, Jade, by the way.
Jade.
Yeah, so hello, everyone. And you are back on the compulsory viewing of our podcast, episode 14.
Episode 14. Oh my god. Oh my god.
We had 13 episodes so far. That is, well, I mean, 12 more than what we expected to do.
Yes. As we said in last episode, I think we said it in last episode as
Yeah.
well. We didn't got cancelled yet.
If we haven't gotten cancelled by the last episode, I know if we never will get cancelled.
Actually, yes.
Last episode was. Oh
so
my god!
I received a call from the Catholic Church.
which archbishop was it?
They said, "Listen, you're going down."
Yeah, well, at least we can bake pies without an oven then.
Yes.
Wait, you make the most of it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jade.
Okay.
Did I deafen you?
You're still good.
Okay, I'm still good. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, okay, so we already alienated half our viewership. That's
Yes.
good. We alienated America last week.
Last
so
week, and
what's left of our viewership must really be hardcore followers of
yes,
us.
thank you for still being thank you for still being there. Today, first of all, we want to thank you everyone who came and visit us at ToyCon, at our booth. Thank you for coming. We hope you enjoyed our entertainment there, because we had a number of sessions with some people joining us. Monster Masterclass, character creation, the D&D introduction, giveaways. So thank you everyone for coming and for joining us. It has been quite an endeavor. It has been, quite an experience for us. This is the first time the Epigeeks go to a convention.
Yeah, where it's not
officially,
where it's not like, oh, you know what, we're gonna be here, rather than people actually asking us to be part of it. Like,
we've been invited, and we were very happy.
We talked to the ToyCon organizers to see how we could collaborate together, because I don't think we've ever shared the story before.
By the way, lovely people.
Yeah,
lovely
Jonathan
people.
and
the meeting.
Mario,
the meeting with them
Panzer,
was incredible. They were super gracious.
We actually went there to see how we could collaborate together in terms of maybe a small sponsorship or a project, and we ended up getting invited to ToyCon, which is one of the largest, quickly growing conventions in Malta, which is great.
Incredible.
So yeah, amazing experience.
We hope you enjoyed it as well.
I'm exhausted.
Well, we come from quite a number of events and quite a number of endeavors.
Yeah.
Some of them have not come to fruition yet, but they will soon. Well, as you can see,
you have another empty
as it
chair.
has happened, as it has happened for the last few weeks now.
Yeah.
Actually, a few months, because we had Mooch.
Yeah.
Nephilim. We had Scotty, and
today
we have another very, very special guest. So let us formally introduce our guest today. So today's guest is someone whose voice millions of players heard before even taking their first step into Baldur's Gate 3.
She is the incredible vocalist behind some of the most memorable songs and iconic ones from the game, including Down by the River.
And while many fans of Baldur's Gate 3 may know her from the game, she's actually a classically trained opera singer and musical theater performer with a career that spans major stage productions and powerful live performances.
So today we're not just talking about the singing voice that welcomed us to the Forgotten Realms. We're talking about a truly talented, a very talented artist whose songs have just evoked emotions and storytelling like we've never actually seen before, probably in the history of gaming in the past and in the history of at least our lives for
Oh my
sure.
god! Oh my god!
For sure. I cannot overstate how talented and amazing this person is.
Incredible.
Yes.
So the incredible Mariya Anastasova, welcome to session 1.
Hello everyone and welcome back. After that, honestly, I'm still amazed by that.
Yes.
Cinematic, it's so good.
We are.
We are here.
Gorge. It's gorge.
Gorge. And speaking of gorge, we are actually here joined in the super professional Epigeeks studio by our very, very amazing guest.
Mariya Anastasova, thank you for coming.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Thank you so much for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys.
It's an honor to have you here, actually. Thank you for coming. And how are you enjoying Malta?
It's beautiful. You guys, like before here, I was trying to look on Google Maps, and for some reason, it's not showing all the everything's like one color. But when I came here, I see so many like beautiful green fields and the beautiful architecture. We just passed by the most beautiful cemetery I've ever seen in my life, which is very weird. We saw the old city yesterday.
Indina, yeah.
Indina. It's stunning. It looks like Tucson for me. It's like
Yes.
that's
actually true.
I just finished playing Blood and Wine, and I'm here, so it's perfect.
Actually, speaking of Tucson Blood and Wine and Indina, I actually once was I was writing a script to have a short Witcher cinematic. We do these short cinematics like between our LARPer friends and stuff like that.
I've seen some of them online, yeah.
One of them was actually going to be a vampire chase in Indina at night, but at the time Andrea did not have the equipment required to shoot at night, but it could be something in the works in the future.
By the way, name drop. Let's say hi to Andre.
Hi, Andrea.
Hi, Andre. You're the only one who knows how to pronounce his Instagram account.
Lustravia Romera.
Yes.
Lustravia Romera.
Yes. That's very confusing.
Yes. I once asked him why. He just said, hey, you know.
Typical Andre. Typical Andre answer. By the way, thank you again, Andre, for the fantastic cinematic that we shot together. So, Mariya, again, for us, like we've been living in the last couple of weeks in a different universe.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like knowing that you were coming, like we got so excited and we are so happy to have you here. So we have prepared some questions for you. We know that many people obviously may know you for the great success that Baldur's Gate 3 has been. So every Baldur's Gate player basically listened to your voice even before just stepping the first step into the game.
Yeah.
Because your voice is in the character creation.
And to be fair, that probably is like the most heard piece of music
ever.
Because it takes so long to create your character. It takes me so long to choose a character and I still go back to a warlock every time. But that's me. But
I know people who have spent so many hours in character creation. And it's not just that one. All of the songs, for some reason, it's luck or not, or bad luck, or I don't know, it depends on how people take it. But all of my songs in the game are in the areas where they have to be listened to over and over again. So first we have Down by the River and Who Are You? Those are the songs of character creation, and people spend so much time there.
So much time.
And I was expecting people to be tired of me at this point.
As if.
The other one is Song of Baldur, which is third act when you check into Elfsong Tavern. Every time you're at the Elfsong Tower, it's like that one. And yeah, everything is just all of my songs people have to listen to over and over and over again. So I'm happy that people are, so it shows how good this music, how good Borislav Slavov's compositions are, that people don't hate everything.
Absolutely. Everybody absolutely loved these songs. Like I haven't heard anyone, like whenever like the first few notes from Down by the River plays, everyone immediately recognize it.
Yes.
So did you realize that you were, like while you were singing that song, like did you realize that you were going to be like the Welcome to Faerun voice actually, or or that acknowledgement came after?
I knew because I fought for that song, because I went for audition, which was trying out some of the songs. And it was a couple months before, well, not a couple, but maybe a year before release, which is after most of the music had already been composed, but there were these gaps, which were the most important gaps in the soundtrack for some reason. And Bobby invited me to the studio. We went and we tried Down by the River, and he was like, let's try something else. But the second I heard it, I knew that was, I need that song. And then we did Song of Baldur immediately. He showed it to me. We recorded it. It was done in one session.
Oh, cool.
And we did a couple more songs. And I was like, Bobby, I'm like working on this. He's like, okay, work on it. Like we can listen to it. And then after a couple of sessions, we went back to it, and I was super prepared. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get it. And I did it, and he was like, okay, yeah, this is how I imagined it. This is what I wanted. So I knew the importance of it. I knew how good it was, and I knew that it was going to be in character creation. And the amount of times I've listened to The Dawn Will Come from Dragon Age Inquisition from the menu, where you don't even do anything there.
Yeah.
I just leave it. I just leave the menu and I listen to the music. So I knew it, and that's why I put so much effort into perfecting it, and being the person who's appropriate for this song.
Yeah, and I think you absolutely fucking nailed it.
Oh my god.
I mean, it has to be
I
said.
spend most of my time.
Yes.
Like I've played Baldur's Gate 3 very recently, and I've only played through the first arc. I didn't went through the entire game because I don't have time. And I don't
First
have
arc is
friends
my favorite.
to play that.
It is a very
with
good.
me.
It's a very good introduction to the game. It's like, listen, this is what we're doing, and it does it so very well. And I think Act 1 is very good. Act 2, I think, it's still very good, but a bit of a dip, kind of. It's still very good. Act 3...
Because you, in Act 2, the story separates into two ways that you can play through it.
Yeah, and then Act 3 is just whatever remains else of the 3. It's like everything else.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of people actually give up on Act 3 because it's just so overwhelming sometimes.
It's a lot. It's a lot of side quests.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff.
It's
But
beautiful.
the way that I play is very easy. I've been playing The Witcher for like half a year, because I work, I have a lot of things, and I go in and I walk with Geralt. I don't run to places. So I walk so I can look at the scenery. Oh, a quest, let me do this quest. So I do like one quest a day, so that it feels like very immersive. And it's been dragging on. And for Baldur's Gate, it was the same thing. I go in and I do one thing, and I'm like, okay, I'm tired, bye. So I do one quest a day, and I managed, like in a very long time, I managed to go through it, and I did not get overwhelmed. So just take it easy.
That's an incredible way of doing it, because I wouldn't never be able to do that. Like whenever I start a game, like I go talk with everyone. So I go like all the quests, and I'm like, where am I going now?
Yeah.
I don't miss anything.
So many things.
I don't miss anything, but it's just very slow.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people are like, I need to
No,
everything going.
I don't try to rush through it, but this is an actual phenomenon that we're observing in World of Warcraft right now, actually. Now, the latest expansion, Midnight, which I may have mentioned a few times,
Just a few times.
Gives you flying in World of Warcraft immediately from the get-go. So you tend to skip a lot of the things that are on the ground. And there's an actual whole movement of gamers who are playing World of Warcraft with ground mounts specifically, so that they don't miss anything. And apparently the perspective is completely different. And actually, like, Blizzard has taken out, which is ironic, because most of the people were actually fighting for flying in past expansions, and now like, we don't want to fly anymore. Like, that's gamers.
Not that they
you.
gave it to you.
Yeah, I don't
just
want
like,
it
I don't want it
anymore.
anymore.
But going back to the Baldur's Gate 3, like, I mean, the music on Baldur's Gate 3 specifically, I think, is one of those games that you just never get tired of it. I'll be honest. Like, there are games which obviously they get repetitive and they say, oh, okay, it's like, let me put on something else. But Baldur's Gate, honestly and genuinely, has never given me that that opinion,
that feeling of tiredness of the
yeah. And I've played for hundreds of hours. Like, I finished the game like 4, 5, 6 times, I think.
Actually, I'm gonna say this in the least rageful way I can. Someone promised me to play Baldur's Gate 3 together.
Also, someone promised you a lot of different things.
Still,
I don't know who it is, but I'm judging you.
It still didn't happen. Someone promised me.
Yeah, someone promised you.
This guy sitting on across the table.
Oh, so I'm judging you.
Yes.
I'm used to it by now.
I thought it was someone watching, and I was like,
No.
you better play the game.
Here's the thing, though. I think working on the projects that we will be revealing next week, perhaps, I think you'd rather have those than the Baldur's Gate playthrough.
Yes.
But anyway, enough on that. So
We're getting closer and closer to this reveal
we've been teasing this reveal for weeks now.
for months.
Months, yes. For us, it's been
actually for months. So yeah, I have another question regarding the songs, because you said obviously you wanted to fight to have this song because you knew it was like the opening song, like the character creation song. Did you knew about all the other songs that you sang, like in which part of the game they were going to be, and like in which scene they would appear?
Well, I know the main. So all of the songs, I knew where it would be mainly, but I didn't know that it was going to play at other places as well. So down by the river itself, it also plays during multiple sex scenes in the game. I didn't know about that, and I found out like later on.
What a way to find out.
Song of Balduran, I didn't know. I knew that it was going to be in camp in the third act. But if you don't check into the Elf Song Tavern, you're not there and you're not going to hear it.
Yeah.
So it's that's a cool, like, so it's something like it's a bonus if you splurge on a hotel room.
Yeah.
Raphael's final act.
I mean,
oh my god, that one's so good.
I'm gonna we're gonna have a whole conversation about that one.
Yeah.
But
I actually have a question about that one. I'll be asking you.
That one, Borislav, he was like, listen, this is like a Disney villain song, and it's gonna play
That's
this
exactly
guy,
what I thought when I heard
and
the
people
song.
don't really know how, because it's not one of the main boss fights, but people are gonna love it, and people are gonna be super obsessed with it. And I was like, yeah cool. So I know
to be
that.
honest, I think it is one of the main boss fights. Like everyone, like I've seen so many
But
reactions
you can-
on YouTube of people being amazed at the musical part of the battle.
That
with
part,
Raphael.
yes, but you can completely bypass Raphael.
You can bypass him,
obviously,
yeah.
If you
what
don't
I've done most
engage,
of the game.
if you don't engage with
That's
him,
what I've done
yes.
most of the time. I'm like, fuck it.
Fuck
Like,
that guy.
don't deal with fiends. Don't deal with fiends. I've played enough.
When I see, like, actually, I met Raphael only once in my run. Like the first time you meet him, and I loved him immediately. It's like, oh my god, the devil,
he's an amazing character. He's an amazing character, and he can inspire quite a lot of role playing in that regard. But you know, Raphael, specifically when I used to play Baldur's Gate with another friend of ours, Melissa from the OG Epigeeks, she used to chase Raphael. Like she used to go to all the spots that he can appear with you. Like, no, we have to go here. He didn't spawn. We
A
have
lot
to go.
of people are obsessed with Raphael.
Come on, man.
But it's just he's so handsome, and then Andrew Wincott's voice, which is really nice, deep voice.
And even
Like,
And it's a
It's
super
such a good
charming,
comment,
it's a super charming
Yes.
character, even though he's an asshole.
even though he's a bitch.
Because like so as obviously yes, you are famous for Baldur's Gate 3, but you are an actually opera singer.
I'm classically trained originally. I do opera and I do musicals in Bulgaria. I've done Beauty and the Beast. I played Belle. That was really cool. I had one performance of Morticia Adams in the Addams Family, and that was great because the long black wig and this dress that is like so beautiful with this open back. I've never felt sexier in my life. That was great. My favorite one, musical theater wise, would be Eliza Doolittle in My Fair Lady, because it's like such a cool. Although it's in Bulgarian, so we're missing the core of her, which is like the thick Cockney accent. But I would have a hard time with that. Anyways, I've done some operas. I've done Oscar in. I'm an idiot.
No, you're not.
I've done Serpina in Serva Padrona. So I've done multiple roles in opera as well. And I think it's very good as a singer to have, for me, the plus of being classically trained is that I have a resilience to my voice. So I have this technique where I've been dabbling a lot in different styles recently. I've been doing soundtrack music. I've been doing more ethnic vocalizations with one of the bands, with my band Lesh. And I have not had an issue with my voice. I haven't had any fatigue. So I think classical training trains resilience and like protects the voice in long term. I study with my dad, Venceslav. He's an opera singer, and he is currently he's 56. How old is my dad? He's 55. I'm always like, yeah, my dad's 40. And he sings right now in the Sofia Opera House.
Okay.
And his voice now sounds as good as it did when he was 30. So for him, like the way that he teaches music, he teaches singing. The most important thing is not to have like a 10-year
like
cool, like
longevity.
big career, and then everything ends because you fuck up your voice. It's longevity and it's vocal health. So I'm very grateful for that. And I think that's a very big plus but not all classical training, because every teacher is different, but I got lucky in that department.
Absolutely.
And I love it. I enjoy, so it's different. I would say only opera is different, because then we don't have microphones, and the way that we sing, our voices need to be heard like at the other end of the hall.
Yeah, actually, that was going to be my question. Like, obviously, when you recorded for Baldur's Gate, you were in a booth in a studio. How different is your approach? I mean, obviously, singing in a studio because people is gonna hear you in their headphones. Versus being in a opera in which you need to reach
theater,
exactly in a theater. You have to reach the last spot at the back of the theater.
Well, it's opera itself is different because you don't have the microphones, you don't have the help, so you have to use a lot of this resonance inside of your head. So you create like an acoustic box in your head. I don't know how, but you just imagine it and it happens. Like your brain disappears and everything is empty and it resonates inside. For concerts, for musical theater, it's less. So the way that I sing is very similar to being in a booth and recording, because the microphone is right here. But then the thing is that everyone has to understand what you're saying, so everything is very enunciated with the musicals. So you're very hard on your consonants. And the things that I do with live performances that I do with my duet video with my friend Eve. She's a harpist. It's very intimate. It's very gentle. It's always like in these taverns we find like really nice, cozy places to perform in. And I would say the way that I sing there is the same as the way that I sing when I'm recording. So it's like different levels of loudness.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. This is so fascinating. I mean, it's our first time actually having someone who's musically inclined on the podcast. Actually, you're the first musician, an actual professional musician on the podcast. And it's really interesting to see the different ways you go about your various projects and that sort of thing.
Also, I'm immensely geeking out because obviously I've done. I told you the other night when we saw each other for dinner. I've obviously done research on Mariya, and I was aware of all the things that she just said. I'm like, oh my god, it's all true, it's all real.
Listen, the second
she's right here.
The second Jade, hi Jade, by the way.
Hi Jade.
Hello.
The second Jade pressed record, suddenly hit on me. Oh shit, we're in the same table. We're on the same table with the singer from Baldur's Gate.
This is.
We get these moments. We're still geeks at the end of the day.
This is weird for me because I have imposter syndrome every time I go. Every time I've been to London or Paris or wherever for these video game concerts, I've always been like, what am I doing? Do these people know? Are they sure? Do they know that am I supposed to be here? So it's always been very
I think
weird.
Actually, talking about London, I've seen on YouTube while researching the Symphony of the Realm at the Royal Festival Hall in London. That was an incredible performance. Like when I saw that video, I was like, so I'm going to interview this woman who was at the Royal Hall.
We are a little bit starstruck, to be honest.
But you found a phone recording, right?
Sorry?
A phone recording you found.
Yeah, it was like the quality of the video was not great.
We still do not have a professional recording of a cool Baldur's Gate 3 concert, and we've already had a couple. But still, it may happen in the future. That was amazing. Like London.
Make it happen.
Let's talk to Wizard of the Coast. Wizard, we know you're watching, of course.
Yes.
Please make this happen.
Yes, we want. We all
want
want.
this to happen.
I want. My colleague Ilona wants. She sings "Weeping Dawn." Alfira's
cool.
beautiful
Yeah,
songs.
oh,
That one I'm listening.
I
I'm
got
like,
chills, man.
yes.
Such a good one. It's true.
I always listen to it, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm. You know, after playing the game like several times, you tend to skip over past certain pieces, like, you know, skip conversations, but that one you never skip.
it's so
Alfira
beautiful.
song, you never skip it. So good.
Yeah, we performed together with her at Symphony of the Realm, and that is still probably the most amazing concert experience I've ever had. It's by Game Music Festival, and they're I think they're from Poland, and they had at the same time as the Baldur's Gate 3 one, they had a really beautiful The Last of Us Part 2 concert, and the composer was there with his is it a banjo, with his instrument, and I was like, because I was getting ready because the Baldur's Gate 3 concert was afterwards, and I'm like I don't have any makeup, but I'm in my dress and I'm sneaking around where the lights are, and I was watching. I heard and I listened to the whole concert from there. And this year they're also they did a whole, I don't know if it's past or if it's going to be now, but they have a whole in London again, game music festival thing. And they have Kingdom Come Deliverance, the new game. They have a lot of different ones, and they're amazing people. They're an amazing small team of people, and they all work with so much passion for music, for video game music. And it's just lovely to be a part of that, and to also see them grow now, you know, into making bigger, more, because it was like 2 performances last time. Now it's like 5, 6 in one festival. So they're great. And it was an amazing experience.
I can only imagine, honestly, like something like that is, I can't even begin to imagine, honestly. Like,
and man, really, like if you go on YouTube and you search for Raphael Final Act, like that video is one of the very first one that comes up.
Yeah.
And actually you were singing there live with Andrew Wincott, like the voice actor for Raphael.
He's great.
He has a very nice voice as well.
He has
like,
a very nice voice.
An incredible voice.
He should Andrew, he should do musical theater.
Andrew, you should do musical theater. What are you doing?
Oh no, they need to invite him for every villain.
Yeah, actually, like that song, like
Scar.
Oh my god, I was about to say, like when I heard that song, because obviously I haven't played the game for that long, so I didn't know the song. So when I researched the song in which that you sing in Baldur's Gate, I saw, okay, Raphael Final Act. I went to see the song. I'm like, oh, this is Scar. This is literally a villain, like a Disney villain song.
Another one I was thinking of is Frollo.
Judge
Claude Frollo. Yes.
Beata Maria.
Oh my god.
No, I am a righteous. That would be great. And we've had multiple performances with him. So while recording Raphael's Final Act, his part was already done.
So you didn't record together at the same time?
I went to Borislav's studio. It's in Sofia. And I went there, and he was like, "Listen to this." When he explained the song, and he showed me his, Andrew's part, and I was like, "Fuck," because it was very unexpected. Because I had already listened to. So before Bobby wrote me, I already had some of his songs from Divinity.
Origin of Sin.
In my Spotify playlist. So I already knew who was writing me, and I was like, yes, I need to be on my A game. And this was just so different from all of that, and from everything from Baldur's Gate 3 that I've already heard. It's just something completely different. It was so cool, and I was super excited. And Bobby's like, yeah, we did like the bardish vocals, but can you do like belt this super and I was like, yes. Let's
incredible.
Let's do it.
I was actually listening to it on the way here in the car. I was like, nah, I gotta put that song again because it's really good.
Lives, all mortal lives expire. That's such a.
We're sharing the same brain cell right now.
Yeah, my life is complete. I don't know. Like,
Okay.
what is happening?
Thank you very much for joining.
What is happening? What is happening?
How do we have?
I have
how do we have
goosebumps.
Mariana
I have
on the table with us?
goosebumps. Okay, I was listen. I was never gonna ask for that,
Yeah.
but I was really wishing that
Yeah.
would happen at a certain point during this recording.
This is the one that just comes out.
Oh my god! Wow,
man.
It's like
And by the way, we're going to enjoy quite a lot more of that in the
Yes.
coming few days.
Actually,
for us,
next
for you,
couple of
it's
days.
past.
we don't know.
Sucks to be you, I suppose. But for us, it's going to be.
You should have come to LARP.
You should have come to LARP.
You should have come to
actually. You should really have come to LARP.
Speaking of, we should actually point out and thank
Yes.
Tanya for
Yes.
making this happen, as well
Thank
as
you, Tanya.
as well as Nephilim Larps, of course. Who
She's
are,
a great friend
yeah.
of ours, which you will see more of
Yes, most definitely.
soon.
Tanya, she's one of the people that I had followed her before on
Yeah.
TikTok. Her
Mhm.
cosplays are beautiful. I had favorited a lot of her cosplays of this original character that she has. He
Mhm.
looks like a dwarf king,
Mhm.
and I was in love with him. And then Tanya wrote me, and I was like, "Oh, what is this famous person writing me?" And she's like, "Oh my god, I love you." And I'm like, "Oh my god, I love you. What the hell? Are you serious?" And she invited me to come here to Malta to be a part of the LARP. And I was starstruck. So it was like
You
the
were
way-
starstruck.
I was starstruck.
Okay.
I was
This-
feeling like, oh, how did she know who I am? And I'm like, oh yeah, I sing in the game. People could know who I am. So it was exciting.
This is the craziest timeline.
Yeah, it is. It is
the
incredibly
craziest
crazy.
timeline.
Like never in a million years
Yeah, I would have imagined.
we would have imagined
this would happen to
Yeah,
me.
absolutely. But yeah, thank you, Tanya and Nephilim, for making this happen and
Thank you.
for getting all these magnificent people. We've had Scotty last
Scotty
time,
last week.
So yeah, so it's been an incredible journey for all of us. And most importantly, and like we're just gonna go and play like 3 days of LARPing now. It's the
Listen,
best thing ever.
Yesterday night we were all together.
Yeah, Jade is-
Jade is
Jade is-
dancing
yeah.
behind the screen like this. Yesterday we were all together at the LARP opening party.
Yeah, the pre-party.
And,
Yeah.
and at a certain point, someone, I don't remember who, I think Manuel, said to me, "We're all children here." And I'm
Mhm.
like, man, starting tomorrow, we're gonna dress up and play pretend for the next 3 days. Why are you surprised? Why are you surprised? Like, I wish I
It's
could.
the best hobby.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the best hobby.
Like, I wish I could go back in time and talk to 11 years old Pepe and say, "Hey, listen, man, someone is gonna come to you and ask you to play D&D. And then all this crazy shit is gonna happen. And it's gonna be like, shut up."
So you have to say yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta say yes.
You gotta say
I mean, he was not gonna say no.
Yeah, regardless.
Like-
I mean,
11 years old Pepe was like all for, like, that was his life. Like,
Yeah.
theater and D&D was everything. I think I've told this story before, but when I was 11 years old, there was like this perfect storm for me, which was I was a theater kid. I started theater when I was 5 years old, and the Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring just came out, and someone comes to me and is like, there is this game in which you live in a fantasy world and you're just acting, like improv acting a character. I'm like, oh my god, this is everything I always wished for.
All of my interests in
Exactly,
one.
collided perfectly.
yeah.
But anyway, so I want to praise you a little bit more, because obviously we didn't geek out enough yet. So Baldur's Gate 3, obviously, everybody knows by now that won so many BAFTA, not only the BAFTA, it won like the 5 major BAFTA awards, but also it's the first game in history to win the best game in 5 different awards. Which
Really?
is yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Justin Pepper did the research.
Yes, yes. And obviously one of the BAFTA, like the BAFTA is for the best game for music. I mean, I wonder why and how that happened. For narrative, for performer in supporting role with Andrew Wincott as
Yeah.
Raphael, and the public voted EE Player Choice Award, which
Nice.
is obviously the
Yeah.
audience
Yeah.
award. So obviously with all these achievements, we can consider Baldur's Gate 3 as like a video game masterpiece, one of the video games
It
that
definitely
has
is, yeah.
influenced in the last couple of years since it came out. I mean, it has been now
to be fair,
a
because
while.
because this is a little bit ambiguous, like when it came out, in the sense that it came out, it released officially at a
Exactly.
certain point, but it had been in early access
Early
for
access
years.
for a few years.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
actually, I played most of. I played Act 1 in early access.
In
back
early
then,
access.
yeah.
Yeah. But so when you
I
were
don't even think there were druids at the time.
no, there were a lot of classes were not
Yeah,
there.
druids
they
weren't
were just
part of
they
it
started I
back
think
then.
with like 6 classes.
Yeah.
Druid was
Subclasses, a
not
lot-
there.
yeah.
Yeah, some of them.
Yeah.
The ranger was not there as well. I think
Yeah.
there was a bunch of them that were not there. So during this time, like, did you realize that you were going to be part of something that would go on and become like a legendary game, and something that for us, like for our community, which
Yeah.
is the Dungeons and Dragons community, means so much. It means so much for so many people because it has literally brought Dungeons and Dragons back into the view of so many people, so many gamers
Yeah.
that had never played a role play game, like a pen and paper role play game.
Yeah.
Were you aware that you were part of that
Well,
at the time?
so I didn't before Baldur's Gate 3. I'd never played Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
I did do LARP before that.
Mhm.
I've been doing it since I was 20 something.
So 2 years ago.
Yeah, so 2 years ago. Yes, of course. And it is very similar. Maybe the ones in Bulgaria, the Fog LARP, it has a lot of similar classes. But the way of playing is very different. So I wasn't that aware of. I knew about Dungeons and Dragons. I knew because I knew that it was the nerdy thing to do in the 70s. And a lot of our parents or grandparents, no, whatever. A lot of our parents used to play it.
Okay.
For the game itself, I knew that it was going to be big. I did not know that it was going to be this big.
Okay.
I knew that it was going to be big because I myself, as a big fan of fantasy open world RPGs, even though this is like a bit different, but it's still open world. It's still a big fantasy world that you get to explore. I was feeling a drought. I was thirsty. I didn't have anything to play. The last one, I was just replaying The Witcher so many times, and the Dragon Age games, and some other games. Of course, there are others, but like something of this big scale, like a map this big, a story this immersive, and characters, and I love Dragon Age because of the romanceable characters, because I like have a lot of boyfriends and a lot of girlfriends in video games.
As one should do.
Yes, as one should do. So when I found out what it was going to be,
I'm agreeing with you.
So that you give me a look like in the game,
because
in the game.
video
No, because Jade absolutely like skips all of that part in the game. Like she absolutely hates it.
I'm
Jade, what the hell?
I don't know why I've always been really weird with like romance games.
Yeah, she's been very weird with romance games. That just we're saying. Because I don't know if she's being picked up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't know why.
Maybe because a character hasn't appeared that is your type.
I mean, to be fair, I did enjoy the Lune and Kleros.
Yeah, we're getting closer to a type.
Yeah.
That will probably get carried away.
But you want to repeat what she said because maybe she's
Yeah, she was
being
very
picked up.
She was
you're
very
picked up?
fond of
Okay.
Lune in Clairoscour. So Expedition 33.
Another beautiful game with a beautiful soundtrack.
I think Baldur's Gate 3, going back to the game subject, I think it did for the D&D community what Critical Role did.
Yes.
When
It brought it back. Like it was the second wave of the popularity of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
What
Also,
was...
the movie was great. I don't know. It should have been. It should have received more. It should have had sequels.
Thank you.
It
Thank
was
you.
everything was exactly what we wanted out of it. I think.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm angry about that.
We actually...
A little back then. I know what you're going to mention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the
Single
one
brain,
brain
we
cell
loan it
that
to each other.
we share. Actually, in our first run of this podcast, because now obviously the title of the podcast is Session 1, but there was one Session 0.
Oh my goodness.
The
Before,
first
yeah.
iteration of in the before time.
in the
Yeah.
It was
in
not,
the
was
beginning,
it
in the beginning,
in the beginning?
in the beginning.
Was it before COVID or after COVID? Was
No,
before
it was
COVID.
after COVID.
After
Because we
COVID?
started Epigeeks during
So it was
COVID.
not in the before time.
It was
The
not-
before
no,
time
not
is
before the plague.
before the plague.
Yeah.
COVID started 7 years ago. How do you feel
I
about
haven't.
that?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I met someone yesterday who I was with at Witcher School. I was like, Jesus, last time I saw you was 7 years ago, man.
Oh my God.
Like, it was like,
7 years ago. That's just.
We're all
Anyway, yeah.
I don't know why I was convinced it was like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Like I felt it was 4 years ago. Thank you
No,
for
it
making
was
me
7.
feel older than I already feel.
Thank you. Opposite
I
of what you're
appreciate
doing
that.
for me.
I appreciate that.
One good turn
I'm
deserves
malicious Mara.
So yeah, so in the first iteration of this podcast, we actually had an episode dedicated to the D&D movie because it was about to come out.
Yeah, we
Nice.
actually analyzed every scene of the trailer.
Yeah, we had the
Remember.
trailer, yes, and we tried to spot every single spell and reference.
Classes,
That was
yeah.
we tried to guess the classes
Yeah.
of the characters.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice.
yeah, those are
Uh,
things which I think are great for the D&D community in general because first and foremost, I feel that there's, despite it being so popular nowadays, there's still pockets of people who would like to play something like that, who would enjoy Dungeons and
Yes,
Dragons,
absolutely.
but are not quite exposed to it yet. So I think Baldur's Gate 3 helped a lot with that, as did
Yes.
Critical Role, you know, I mean, and like Dimension 20, many other
Yes.
live
Live
plays
play.
Yeah.
of
That is very
D&D.
true. And I mean, Stranger Things obviously had
Stranger Things,
a
Big
huge
Bang
role
Theory,
in
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Big Bang Theory community, like there's a few episodes on Dungeons
Yeah.
and Dragons. But I think Baldur's Gate 3 is definitely the one that has the most outreach. I think probably
Yeah.
together with Stranger Things.
Because you don't have to be a D&D nerd to enjoy that kind of
Exactly,
game. I used to play
exactly.
Divinity way before.
Yeah, way before.
Like, it was by Larian as well.
As well
It was amazing, an amazing game.
Solar-
Very
Lasta.
accessible to
Yeah.
it's very accessible to players because D&D can be a challenge.
Yeah,
Everything's in your head. It's hard to when you figure out that you honestly can do whatever the fuck you
want.
want.
It's so hard to
It's
imagine
true.
to do
That is
whatever you
where
want.
I've been I'm still learning. I'm in Sofia I am part of a well, when I have time I join these guys Entity and they've been doing live sessions of Dungeons and Dragons and I'm rewatching them and I'm like, oh, everyone's so cool and I'm so stiff, like I'm my vision is like this when this is all explorable
Yeah.
options as well. Everything is explorable, so I'm still learning because it's so big.
I mean, it's a process.
Yes.
It's something that you need to go through, and especially if you don't play very often. Like if you play once in a while, like a few sessions at the time, you lose a little bit of that larger scope that you were talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because at that time, especially if it's like a live play and it's on camera, you have to also put together the mechanics of the game and the performance that you're
The
doing at that
entertainment, yeah.
moment,
Yeah.
the entertainment side. So I understand that you say like I go tunnel vision because I want
No.
to, but at the same time I think it's a process that you go through, and I feel the more you play D&D, the easier obviously it becomes,
Yeah.
and it also depends on the people that you are playing with, because there's people that automatically brings out something from you, and I feel like we've been
Yeah, we used to synergize quite a lot when we used to
yes.
role play in the same campaigns together. Like Pepe and I used to get along really well because we used to have these crazy takes on the adventures that we were in that we just didn't get from the other players who were very good in their own regard. Like they did their own thing very well. All truth be told, but like Pepe and I kind of used to synergize quite a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know whether it is because of Pepe's admittedly vast experience in D&D, and I tend to be a little bit more creative in the way I tend to do things. But we used to, that was very there.
Yeah.
It was there very much. Yeah, I mean, I think D&D, the main obstacle with playing D&D, I think a lot of people is if they come from a video game background, they tend to expect options of what to do.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so what can I do? Like, you can do whatever you want, but
So that's
whatever
my
you
problem.
want is not. Yeah.
That's certainly my problem because I was around people who were trying to pull me. So they were trying to open my mind. They really were. but I was really thinking, like in my mind, I was imagining all the text boxes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, what do I click?
Which
but
one
they're
you-
empty, so I'm like, what do I do?
There's also a little bit of like decision paralysis sometimes in the ND. I tend to experience it as a player every
when you
once
have
in a while.
so like when you literally have an unimaginable amount of options in
Yeah.
front of you, you're like, okay, which one I'm gonna
Yes,
Yeah.
what am I gonna do?
Yes, and like from video games, if you choose an option in particular, you might get kind of like an idea of what's going to happen.
Yeah, obviously, like especially when it's like
Yeah.
like dialogue text.
Yeah, exactly.
You are just picking one out of 4 or 5 choices, and it tells you already what you're going to say, so you
Yeah.
can kind of guess
It's easy.
what is going to be the reply.
Decisions are out of your hands, and you don't have to use your brain.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's
I mean,
cool.
and that's, to be honest, that was what actually got me so much into D&D, is that whatever video game I had played until that point, I always had the limitation of, okay, I have these 5 options. And then when you go to play D&D, it's like, what if I do this just
Yeah.
absolutely crazy
Yeah.
batshit thing?
Nice.
And sometimes it works.
I-
And it's like, it's the
Uh-huh.
best feeling ever.
One of the best examples is the very first High Rollers campaign by by the people who were with the Oxcast and that sort
Yeah.
of thing. The way the campaign started was so unorthodox in the sense that I don't know whether the players were new to D&D or whether they were genuinely experts at D&D at the time, because they started like literally like picking a stick, trying to light it on fire and setting vines on fire, which is, I don't know, to me it felt like something that a new player would never think of doing, because like you have weapons and that sort of thing. And even the way they were fighting, they were using improvised weapons rather than going through spells and that sort of thing. It was a very interesting way to start the campaign, and that showcases the point that you're trying to make, I think, very perfectly at the point at the time. It's I don't know, D&D is just this magnificent world on its
Oh
own,
my
and
God.
you can doing whatever you want is as much a blessing as it is a curse.
Yeah, it is.
Because-
it really
yeah.
is. It
I
really
have
is.
executive dysfunction in real life as well. So
Welcome to the club.
I'm very, it's very hard for me to make
Yeah.
decisions, and I usually like to leave them to a point where I have no choice.
Yeah.
So I just do it, and I feel calm doing it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't have to. I don't have
Make
to use.
perfect sense.
I don't have to use my brain.
I mean, at least when you play a video game, like sometimes you want to just play something. Like I sometimes I need to play something that I can just play and be brainless.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes you have to do that.
Like when I want to like when I want to actually be a gamer, I would put on something that I need to focus on and blah blah. When I just want to just decompress, I just open FIFA. And I can put a movie, I can put a podcast, I can
Yeah.
put music, and I just, because I don't need my brain. I just, my hands, they just go.
So
on their
podcasts
own.
and TikTok
Yeah.
reels on
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
phone,
Absolutely.
and you're playing like
100%.
ultimate brain rot.
Listen,
brain rot
100%.
rotation.
Listen, that's how I watched the entirety of campaign 2 of Critical Role. Like I had my laptop over there with the episode going, headphones on, and just playing FIFA like this, because I don't even need to look at the screen
Yeah.
anymore. Sometimes I would look there, like, okay. and it's just brainless activity, and then my brain can be somewhere else. I just
You
keep
need that
my
sometimes.
hands
Yes.
occupied.
You need that sometimes.
We were talking about the awards. I forgot.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, by the way, just for you to know, like this is the typical way our podcast.
Yeah, we always
yeah.
It's
We
good.
have a team and then we tangent.
I like it. And then there was always someone who's like, "Oh wait, we were doing something."
Usually that's me.
Yeah. So the Game Awards, first Game Awards, I watched it live actually with this organization in Bulgaria, TDB Play, and they invited me to just have a live watch party,
Mhm.
and it was really exciting.
Amazing.
But though that year, first of all, it was there were so many there was the award part was very small and everything else was trailers.
Yeah. it's true.
But also it was my first experience with something like this because I didn't expect it to be so long. So you can, if you watch the video, you can see all of us like standing on the couch, watching the awards. And Bulgaria, it's evening time, obviously because of the time change. So we started 8, and then at 6 o'clock in the morning, it's still going. And if you skip the video to then, everyone is just
Like,
Everyone-
exhausted.
everyone is
Just
sleeping.
exhausted.
Everyone is asleep on the couch. And it got Game of the Year, which was really exciting. So it didn't get Best Music then, which is why I was so excited when the BAFTA gave Baldur's Gate Best Music Award. And it was very exciting and very sweet to see Borislav, because if you've seen his BAFTA acceptance speech, he has tears in his eyes, and he's such an honest, like, true human, good human being. This is it's always been very calm, and it's always been very calm to work with him, because you can see that he's this just super nice guy, and he's so talented, but he's not full of himself, and he just wants to create, and he loves video games. I think he used to work as a in IT for a lot of years before that, and he just decided without going to a conservatory or anything professional, he was like, I want to do music,
Make
and he started
music.
creating,
Wow.
and
What a story, man.
he's
What a
completely
talent! If you
Yeah.
think that he didn't even he just started.
he's completely self-taught,
Yeah.
and the things that he makes are so beautiful, and they have so much character in them and so much story, and they perfectly fit the world and the universe that he writes them in. So the BAFTA Music Award for me, like, me and Ilona watching on the TV, it was so special. That was the one that for me was the most important, and the thing that absolutely needed to happen.
Yeah.
And the game, of
Absolutely.
course, the game is a passion project for these people. I don't know, because this is the first, like, game of this scale. Because if you had a super successful game and then you make another super successful game, you have the money from the previous super
exactly.
successful game, and you invest it, and it's easier. But now when you do your first project, everyone has to be super passionate about it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not gonna happen.
Yes,
it's
it's
completely impossible.
And to be honest, I think Larian demonstrated that all along. Like for so many years that they've been working on the game since the pre-release until still they're still releasing.
They were still releasing
sometimes
patches up
exactly
until
patches
a
until
few months
a
ago,
few
yeah.
months ago. Like they really show like how much passion and how much they love the craft and and what they have created with
That's the
Baldur's
thing.
Gate 3.
That's the thing with the gaming community, which, to be honest, we don't really talk about gaming that much over on this podcast.
Yeah.
But gaming has been a huge part of my life in the past. I've been in part of gaming communities. We had gaming, like, music shows, music radio shows in the past, and that sort of thing. But I think as a gamers community, as long as you show the passion, as long as you show that the goodwill towards this, and I'm working to give you a good experience.
Yeah, the community is going to follow you.
Going to rally
Yeah.
behind you, and they will die for you. You know.
And you can always tell when a game is made primarily by people who are geeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for fuck's sake, yeah. I mean,
the
we
CEO
also how the awards were accepted.
I remember the CEO showing up in plate armor.
Yeah, spent with the plate armor.
Two interviews.
He's great. I had the pleasure of being. So I went to the last panel from Hell, before the release of the game, and it was my first time in Belgium, in Ghent, and I saw their headquarters, and everything looked so beautiful. And that was actually the panel from Hell where they showed the bear sex scene, and I saw in real life. I saw in real life while we were all there, like with the audience. I saw the Facebook account, the Instagram account, the TikTok account, all of them get taken down because of
Live.
that. So it was so funny. And yeah, they were all like everyone I've met from the team.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm very happy that I got to meet people from the team, because me and Borislav and the other musicians were working from Bulgaria. So we're just sending, he's traveling between both Belgium and Bulgaria, but I was working from Bulgaria. And so I'm happy that I got opportunity to meet people from the team, and everyone's just on fire with passion, and it's very nice. Also, did you see the trailer for the new Divinity game?
Yeah.
Yes.
Gothic body horror.
Yep.
Folk horror. It was.
That's going to be another.
Another banger. Yes.
Yes.
Another banger. Yeah, Divinity. Have you ever played the Divinity games?
I played a little bit of the first one.
Okay.
I've played a lot of which came out after Divinity and before Baldur's Gate. I played a lot of Solasta.
Okay, no, I haven't played that.
which
Yeah.
well, Solasta is a little bit of a controversial game because it's the cause of Wizard of the Coast doing the OGL. Basically
Okay.
they used the rules of D&D, just changing whatever name was copyrighted.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't have, I don't know, the rogue, they would have the thief.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have the ranger, they would have the scout. And literally, like, the mechanics of the game are the mechanics of D&D 5th edition.
Okay.
And that's why, and they made a ton of money with that game
course.
for a game that was like, you know, as like a super small studio and a game that didn't have a big budget and blah blah.
Yeah.
They made a lot of money out of that, and that was one of the main reasons why then Wizard of the
Wizards
Coast
said, yeah.
tried to push
Oh,
the
hey, we
OGL
can
because,
make
like,
money off
yeah, it
this.
was like, yeah, we don't want other people to
Ah.
make money without paying us the rights
Yeah.
for that money.
To a certain
So,
extent, you can accept. You can accept
you
that.
can
I think in
understand.
certain context that is obviously acceptable, but also you have to keep in mind that D&D is a game of, you know, you presented me the rules. I'm gonna do whatever
Exactly.
like crazy shit I want with it, kind of
Yeah.
thing. Like I'm telling the story, kind of thing.
I mean,
But anyway, like when
Gary
it comes to video
Gygax-
games, then there are like a lot of blurred lines.
Gary Gygax himself said, "Never tell the players that they don't need the rules
Yeah.
to play the game."
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
I mean, I think he knew something about D&D.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Our arch father.
Yes, of
Arch
Dungeons and
father.
Dragons. So I have another question, because obviously, like, as you said, like, okay, you knew where some of your songs were going to be, like, which scenes they were going to be, but what did you feel when you actually saw it for the first time? Like, your voice with the cinematics of the game, with the graphics of the game, with the characters in the game.
So this was like a year ago,
Mhm.
because game came out in 2023,
20,
and I was like, shit, I need to save up money to buy a fat big PC. So I was saving up money, and a year ago exactly, I got my. She's beautiful. I wrote like I was on a rock tour, and it was like a 10-day rock tour, and I busted my ass up, and I had the money. I wrote my friend, and I said, "Here's this money. I want the most sexy version of everything. Like, just give me everything. Just give me everything beautiful and cool and powerful, so that I don't have to think about it for many years." And he
Yeah.
was like, "All right, bye." And he came and he assembled it, and I started playing Baldur's Gate 3 myself, because I had watched playthroughs before, but it was, it's everyone's personal choice, because the story is different
Yeah, of
every
Obviously, it
time.
changes.
So a
with the
year
choices
ago,
that you make.
I played it for the first time. Now I'm on my third playthrough, and I'm always like, oh, I'm gonna do something different, but I always do everything good and nice.
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt.
I suffer from the same thing, because that is exactly what I did. I played it like 6 times, and there was only one time that I played an evil run because I wanted to get the darker
But it's so
achievements.
it's
I know.
icky.
I know. I had to do it, but I did it on the not the legendary one. What do you call it? On the honor mode.
Honor mode.
Honor mode.
Oh wow.
So I did Dark Age on honor mode, and I finished. I have the achievements to show for it, but because I wanted to do it once,
This guy's a
and
nerd.
that's done.
He's an
This guy's
Epigeek.
a nerd.
He's an Epigeek. This is the ultimate. So first I booted up the game, and character creation was, because I was trying to be quick, but I couldn't be, because I'm always indecisive.
it's
Yeah.
character
I cannot choose
creation.
anything. I
I
cannot.
really want to play Baldur's Gate, you know.
Yeah, I want to play. I want.
Maria, do you want
I
to make
wanna
a run
go-
of Baldur's Gate 3 with us?
I
So
would-
maybe this guy finally shows up.
I would love
to
to.
play.
That's something that I would love to do. Yes.
Okay.
I've never played the multiplayer. So character creation, it was really cool. It was because it's different songs. You have Down by the River, but then you have the so the high one, and it sounded so ethereal. And I
Yes.
was like, is that me? Like, did they just use some other recording? Because that doesn't sound like me.
It does sound like you.
Yeah. Oh.
Nice.
No,
Good.
but I have to ask. So when you're recording like any piece of music for games, is there any portion of it that is edited to an extent where you feel like, as you said, like this is not me or whatever, like, or is it just generally
No, it's
you
just
not connecting?
it's just weird.
Yeah.
It's just because it's weird. Otherwise, no, it sounds It's just the generic. Oh, I don't know Bobby's process, but
Yeah, I mean, some level of editing and corrections and that sort of thing is obviously
exactly.
expected, but yeah, but
Usually, for me, it's him. Probably the hardest thing is him assembling takes because I don't think the whole thing through.
Mhm.
I we always have like every phrase we have a lot of takes because I'm like, oh wait, I need to do it in a different way. I want to do it in a different way. So we're doing every every single one. Um, but character creation was really cool because it sounded so beautiful and combined with just the instrumental parts, it wasn't too much. I think
Yeah.
that's what helps because you have instrumental and then you have the vocal version and then you have
Yeah.
another instrumental. That was very beautiful. The other one was the harpies because we're me and a friend Darina. We're the two harpies,
Mhm.
and
the Harpies one was amazing.
yes, it's so beautiful.
I
So
love that song.
That's beautiful because my voice starts and then it fades off and hers voice starts and then it fades off and my voice starts and sometimes they're together at the same time, and it sounds like a group of harpies. That was really beautiful because I was first of all I was you don't know where they are, but you
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
them
yeah.
you hear them in the distance.
I love the Harpies one. I listened to that music. I listened to that song like 100 times, man. I
I
love
felt
it honestly.
I felt so drawn to it.
Such a perfect
Yes.
take on a monster that would draw you in with song, and it was
Yes.
perfectly portrayed. Honestly,
And when you kill them, they stop singing.
yeah, unfortunately,
Cool, which is cool and immersive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Usually, maybe it was the first time where I was listening to recordings of myself and I wasn't cringing. Usually, I cannot. It doesn't matter if they're good or not. I'm like, ugh,
yeah.
I can't. But here it just fit so well with
So well,
everything.
yeah,
It wasn't out of
absolutely.
place. It was beautiful. It's very interesting how because it's so many hours of gameplay. I never felt like it was weird musically because
Yeah.
you cannot do like you cannot compose 300 hours of music. That would take
Yeah.
it would take your lifetime and then you would die and somebody else would have to
To continue
To
your opera,
continue.
yes.
so you have to create like 10, 20 hours, I think, 10 hours maybe. And it would have to be like the algorithm itself would have to be so complex that it fades from one to the other at the appropriate places. And I never felt like a cutoff, like something
Yeah.
stopped
Uh-huh.
and something else just
Yes,
started.
Yes. That
So
is
that's
very true.
that's
That is
very
true.
smart. And I think that must have been a very big challenge with this game because it is very big.
Mhm.
And it has so many different options that require different music.
Yeah.
So I was very impressed with that. I'd like to learn at some point maybe how to do something like that. It's interesting to me. But yes, it was after at first it was always jarring because it seems unrealistic.
Yeah.
And then I get used to it, and now I don't even notice that it's me. It's like somebody singing beautiful music.
You're experiencing the way we experiencing.
Oh my god! Oh my god! When I was when you said like yeah, in the beginning it was a bit jarring. I'm like, listen, I gotta look at myself on this podcast every week, and I hate every second of listening to my voice, listening to
No.
my accent, listening to my English. Oh my god! Like, I'm surprised we even have 2 or 3 people watching this thing.
You guys have very good language skills. And I
Thank you.
think it's nice that like if everything you speak is written down, you would think that it's written down by a local. The only thing that is different is the accent, but I like that. I like that people have their own specific sound. So you have the accent, but you don't miss out on words in the sentences.
Thank you. Thank
So
you very much.
grammatically it's perfect. It's just a bit quirky. It has a
Perfect.
ting to it.
I would not say perfect, but
So
thank you
that
very
is
much.
nice.
Thank you very much.
Also in games, characters, all of them tend to have their own
Yes.
dialect
Yes.
and their own accent. So that's good.
Yeah, I mean,
I have another question
of course.
for Maria. So, you are not only a talented singer and performer,
Mhm.
you are also a trained musician.
Well, self-trained musician.
Well, still trained.
I
Still
like-
trained.
yeah.
So my question is, because I know that you're trained on multiple instruments,
Mhm.
and my curiosity was which one was harder to pick up, if the Irish bouzouki, is that the way you pronounce
bouzouki,
it?
yeah.
Bouzouki, or the mandolin?
Well, for
Actually,
me,
mandolin is there in the background.
we have this
guys
one, but
haven't
this
seen it.
one,
Yeah, yeah.
this one is it's an antique. It's very
an
beautiful,
antique.
and we have it for it to look beautiful.
Of course.
The reason that I learn instruments, so I learn a couple of instruments, and they are specifically for being able to accompany myself while I'm singing. The bouzouki for me is the easiest because I bought it and it's a new instrument, so it has the model of the old instrument, but it's
Okay.
new and it's very easily playable.
Mhm.
I am still having a hard time with mandolins because this one and the one that I have back in Bulgaria, they're all old.
Mhm.
They're old antique instruments, and they are just made in this archaic way that is. You have to be like a super big master, and you have to have these thick calluses on your
Oh, yeah.
fingers because these metal strings on the mandolin are cutting through everything. And I just started, so I usually play the bouzouki when I'm singing at places, at LARPs, etc. This time I couldn't bring anything because I had my hand luggage, but luckily there are guitarists in the LARP, so I'm gonna be collaborating with them. So I prefer the bouzouki, and now I just started learning the Irish flute,
Mhm.
you know, these tin fiddles,
Mhm.
and it's very easy for me. I don't, you know, I'm not a professional yet, but it's easy because you need a lot of breath control, and I already have that
Obviously,
because I'm
from
a
the
singer.
opera. Uh-huh.
So that's like one of the hardest things that people have a hard time with,
Mhm.
playing this type of flute, which I already have taken
Mhm.
care of. So I just need to take care of making it sound super pretty. So yeah, easiest is the bouzouki, the one that I have. It has a beautiful. I tune it in ADAD, so everything in ADHD. I tune it in ADAD, so everything I play on it sounds like dark Slavic folklore weird music.
Nice.
So it's like whatever I do, it's gonna sound good. But yes,
Actually, as a Napolitan, when I heard that she plays the mandolin,
Nah.
like the mandolin is very big in my culture, in Napolitan classical music.
yes.
So when I heard that you play the mandolin, I'm like, oh my god, like how is that?
Yeah.
How is that even
The
possible?
one that you've heard is very proficient. You know, it's I wouldn't compete with that. But I just love having a lot of instruments at home, and I love being able to play them not at like super professional way, but enough for me to enjoy myself. I love I love different old, new instruments. I currently have I have an order on this gudok, which is like a Russian boat instrument.
Okay.
And it's like
Okay.
this. And it's something between Bulgarian gadulka, which is a traditional Bulgarian instrument, and this Swedish tagelharp. So the one with the three strings, which it sounds like there's Vikings coming to kill you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So
Wow.
so I'm excited about that one.
I'm also very
yes.
excited about that one now that you said it.
Maybe next year. Maybe next year you'll see it.
Yo, so we have repeat visits. Amazing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Please, yes. So yeah, as I was saying, like the mandolin, like when I heard that you played the mandolin, because you said you have heard a lot of professional, but that's actually an art that is getting lost.
We have in my
our
hometown
culture.
we have a whole mandolin orchestra.
Really?
Yeah, in Rusa in Bulgaria.
So,
A whole
strange.
mandolin orchestra, and they're like 10, 15 people. All of them have mandolins, and all of them play mandolins,
Wow.
and they love it. So in my
Incredible.
hometown, the mandolin is
Yeah.
very.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Amazing.
So it's somewhere around the world, it's not lost.
Thankfully, because
Yeah.
it's a beautiful instrument, and it's a very peculiar sound.
Yes.
It's like when someone has this like stereotypical image
Yeah.
of Italy, there is always a mandolin playing
Yeah.
in the
Yes.
background.
yeah.
Like that's literally like the sound of the stereotypical Italian is the mandolin in the background.
I love
Yeah.
stereotypical Italy.
To be honest, I mean, I do as well.
Yeah.
I do it as an Italian. I cannot just say, hey, listen, like obviously, it's a stereotype, but a stereotype is also true.
There's a reason
also
why.
very
There's
true.
a reason why it's a
Exactly.
stereotype.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
rooted in some sort of fact, So
Yes.
ultimately,
I
yeah.
mean, every time we start and actually in the first episodes we still had the espresso cup on the table.
Oh, no.
Like we were literally
Yeah,
drinking
yeah,
espresso in the
yeah.
beginning of each episode.
In the beginning.
In the beginning.
Yeah, and then we had the whiskey, and
Then we had whiskey. Then we had now we
You
have
can have whatever cups because you have
Yeah.
immersive coasters.
Yeah.
Whatever you put on top, it looks.
I love this. I actually made this
Is
design,
very beautiful.
and I laser engraved them myself.
Oh my
yeah.
goodness!
These are homemade.
You also made this. Let me pull it out. Beautiful.
I made a
leather
pouch.
satchel
Yeah.
pouch. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
It's so sweet.
Actually, we have not addressed the fact that she's already in costume.
Yeah.
This is how I dress every day.
This is how you dress every day.
I don't have normal. I have one pair of jeans and one pair of sneakers that I sometimes wear. I'm gonna fit so many. So usually I have a satchel at LARP and I put inside meat, bread, cheese, and tomatoes. I'm not gonna use this for that. I'm gonna use my old one that is already worn out because I'm always eating and I always have to have
Oh, nice. That's actually a smart idea.
constant.
Yeah.
Having some
eating.
food on you
Always
to
eating.
snack.
Yeah.
Yes.
Going back to our
Well, I mean, titular topic, I suppose.
titular topic.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is what the podcast was originally about, and then we did
Yes.
everything else
Then we did
for
everything
13
else.
episodes.
But yeah, so I don't know if you noticed, but we like to talk about D&D. And
I didn't notice. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is very new to me
So
and very
yeah,
weird.
I've got a couple of stuff that can testify for my passion for D&D.
Oh, what is that?
but,
Clock and cards.
yeah,
And
sure.
a
Uh-huh.
broken heart.
yeah, exactly. the heart with mom written in it. Yeah.
And an anchor. as
And an
well.
anchor, yeah, obviously. No, but yeah, so you said
Only God can judge me.
not even God can judge me.
You can try.
He can try. He can certainly try. So you said you do play D&D.
Yes.
So you know already what we're talking about. We don't need to explain to you anything about it. I'm sure you're super professional at Dungeons and Dragons. But so if you would have to choose, let's say if your life was a D&D adventure,
Yeah.
which class would you choose for? Which class do you think you are, and which class would you like to be if it's different from what you actually are?
Well, this is very surprising to everyone, I think. But I would choose to be a bard.
Yeah.
Very
wonder-
weird.
I wonder why,
why.
like-
It's not just for the music. It's because I figured out while I was doing my character in Baldur's Gate 3, I tried a couple and I played a little bit, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna start over. And I really like Bard because with Bard because when I'm doing my team, I already have a wizard, I already have a fighter. You know, I always have to have Karlak, beefy mamas in my team.
How can you say no to Garlic?
And
you really can't.
yes, and my character, I sort of wanted to be able to do a bit of everything.
Mhm.
And with a bard, you can be sneaky, you can be
Yeah.
a fighter, you can
It's
do
the perfect
magic,
gel
you can
to put all the
do.
Very
other classes
versatile, yeah.
together.
It's very versatile, and that's what I like about it. I don't like to be, capable of just one,
Yeah.
going just one way. It's very
Best class.
best
Bard,
class,
best class.
I like it.
I'm not gonna accept anyone challenging that view. Bard is the best class. Period.
Yes.
Would you actually choose to be a bard if you were not, or would you choose another D&D
I would choose to be a
class
bard
for
because I
yourself?
think they'd be able to get jobs that don't involve getting killed if I wanted to.
That's
Like all of
actually
you
true.
have
That's
to,
very
like
fair.
everybody else, they have to go. Oh, I have to go kill
I have
this.
to go
and die.
slay monsters.
I'm like, yeah, I can do that, but I'm just gonna take a couple evenings at the tavern and
and make some good money.
and
Yeah.
make good money.
That makes a lot of sense, to be honest.
That's probably the most rational explanation
Yeah.
for choosing a class we've ever heard on this
100%.
podcast.
100%. It makes perfectly sense.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it because it's safe.
But
Yeah.
there are always taverns, and
Yeah.
sometimes stuff happens at taverns. Yes.
And there is always people who wants to go to taverns.
There's always
Yes.
people who
We know
meet at
something
taverns.
about it. We know something about
You
people
meet in a tavern.
wanting to go to and stay for sessions and sessions.
Jesus fucking Christ. We mentioned this last time.
In the last episode,
we used to have a live campaign, which was completely streamed online, right? Which was
Some
the
friends
original
from-
project of the Epigeeks.
from around the world.
Nice.
And one of the last few sessions we did, one of the last arcs we did was in this dwarven underground city. And essentially we spent like 5 weeks there, like 5 real-time weeks there, them role-playing in a dwarven tavern because
Yeah,
they
five-
didn't
five-
want to fucking leave.
More or less
Uh,
5 sessions.
5 sessions, yeah, it was insane.
Just going like from one tavern, then
I wanted
another
to-
one, another one.
Yeah, I wanted to kill myself with a dwarven accent by the end of it.
Do you guys have props and everything? Do you guys have a lot of props when you're playing?
At the time, we didn't, because
No,
obviously
it was online.
each one of us, was
So
playing,
it was all in your brain.
was all in our brain.
We had a
We had
global
the-
campaign, in fact. We had people, actually, we had Melissa from Mexico,
Mexico.
playing with us. We had Paul in the UK and Jason in the UK. Sorry, Paul in Ireland, Jason in the UK. We had you from Malta.
Me from
I was
Malta, you from Malta, and Evelina from Denmark.
From Denmark.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it was like a global group of friends
Yeah,
that
yeah.
we used to start this project with. But yeah, I mean,
But we like to do, when I say we like, I mean Epigeeks, which means Kurt likes to make props, because I'm unable to nail a nail, actually. Like, that's the most I can create. That's the most I can build something.
Yeah.
IKEA stuff, that's the most I can
It's
build.
fun.
But he really likes to build props and stuff. And I said, listen, if we ever do another
Crafty
D&D game,
guys.
yeah, you gotta make something for my character. Obviously he makes stuff for the LARP, and he had made stuff for most of the people from the LARP. But for the D&D game, I said, man, if we do one day, because we always say one day, this guy is gonna DM again, because he's a forever DM. I'm also a forever
One
DM,
day.
but sometimes I get another DM to DM for me. So I said, listen, if we do something, when we do something, you gotta create something for my character.
yeah,
I want my
but,
character to have something
but
physical.
it's such a
that I
huge
can-
time commitment to run a campaign.
I saw your
it's
things. I
insane.
saw your things.
Yeah.
The Scotty's Witcher harness
Oh yeah.
is so good.
I've had a lot of comments on that.
It looks really
yeah.
nice, actually.
Because he upgraded it, so he made holes in his cape
Yeah, he told me about
so
that.
that he goes up over the cape, but below it goes to his body so that the cape can flow. Which
Yeah.
is a genius
Mhm.
design.
It is. It really is a good idea. Yeah.
But yes, good.
And if you
Sorry.
have you ever thought about being a dungeon master for Dungeons and Dragons? That's a big commitment.
It
of
is.
time.
Maybe in 10 years. Maybe in 10 years when I have more experience with it, I would like to.
Yeah.
But I think it's something that you have so much it's such a responsible
Mhm.
job. You're in charge of so
So
many
many things.
people's experience and so many things, and you just have to be like a professional player, like a super professional player first, in my opinion,
in order
to then decide to be a dungeon master.
I mean, not necessarily, but that helps a lot. Like
Yeah.
if you know the game very
to
well,
be really
yeah.
good and
Yeah.
to you
that
do a
helps
very good job.
a lot.
That would be nice.
But also, as you were saying, like, it's the greatest reward. Like the
It
fact
is.
that you are responsible for the experience of all the players around your table. Like when you see the players enjoying the
Yeah.
game, it's
Yeah.
such a rewarding
Mhm.
experience.
You
It's
have to have
such
a passion for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Would you be a ruthless DM? Would you be like a forgiving DM? Like how do you see Maria being a dungeon master maybe in the future? Like as someone like very strict, like, hey, listen, I'm not gonna let you.
I would
Slide it off.
I would be a pushover unless I learn how to grow a spine in these scenarios. But I would be I can't hurt this person. I can't do anything.
So basically, you'll be like just like most good DMs. Most good DMs, they feel bad for the player. Like, I just want them to win. I want them to
Have
survive.
fun.
I don't want to kill them.
I
Yeah.
actually did that in the past. Like I had one of my players, whose actually name is Mariya, actually,
Mm-hmm.
one of my former players, and the before times.
Before.
And she got disintegrated.
Oh wow.
She jumped in front of a disintegration ray to save someone else, and she got disintegrated herself. I felt so bad about it that then after they won the encounter, I was like, okay, so this god, as a reward,
Decided to bring you back to
yeah,
life.
as a reward, but to be fair, I didn't give them any other rewards.
Aw.
Then.
Yeah.
But she
Yeah,
was
but
crying
that's the
around
thing.
the table. She
But
lost the
listen-
character. She was literally bawling.
But listen, I think that would be a way of dying that I really wouldn't mind. Like if I'm trying, if I'm sacrificing myself, exactly. If I'm sacrificing myself to save someone else, like that's the best way a D&D character can die.
Yes, I know,
but you've worked on it for so many years, for years probably. Sometimes.
Oh my god,
yeah, this was
There's a
very
lot of
new.
work. You're very involved emotionally with this character.
Oh yeah, it's a part of you.
And then they're just gone.
Yeah,
It is
but
literally
the
a part
Rafael
of
is
you.
really best. Like she literally messaged her mom saying, "Oh, my character died in the end." I'm like,
No.
but yeah, I mean, it was a very, very long time ago, probably like 9 years ago or something like that.
She's over it now.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh wait,
she continued.
she doesn't have
she
anything
came
to be
back.
over.
Yeah,
She
she
came
carried
back,
on playing the
so-
character up until we stopped that campaign. So and it was actually she was the first player. So I started the campaign in the Lost Mines of Fandever, which was like a published starter kit.
Nice.
We have it back there. We started there, and I homebrewed a little bit of it. But then when we started the homebrew campaign, she was my first player with a completely homebrewed subclass. So we created everything. I created everything for her. It was very much like Shaman King kind of thing, where she found spirits. She kind of
I
channeled
remember you told
spirits.
me about it.
Something we might work on in the future again, because it was a very cool concept. And there were like, okay, my neighbor is drilling in the wall.
Yes.
And,
Thank you.
Thank you.
And there was like relics she could find around to channel the different spirits and sort of thing. It was a really nice campaign, but had to end at some point.
Yes.
Just like, unfortunately, this podcast, because our time is up.
Listen, we have the boss behind there that is saying, "Hey, listen, we gotta cut it."
This time it's on a paper. At least.
Time
It wasn't the lip balm.
On her- on her
On her arm.
Listen,
Nice.
we recorded an episode and then we're gonna finish. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. Don't hit me, please.
At Moko, yeah.
Yeah, we recorded an episode at Moko Tattoos, which is
Our
it
tattoo
has been
artist, essentially,
our
yeah.
tattoo artist. It has been a sponsor of the podcast, and he hosted one of the episodes there at the studio while I was getting tattooed.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Jade
I
forgot.
saw this on I saw an Instagram post about it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
yeah. And Jade didn't have a pen, so she just literally she used
lip
like
balm, whatever,
lip
lip
balm.
gloss, whatever
She
it
wrote
was,
it on
yeah.
herself, and you're like 1 hour something. And you're like, okay,
Like, there's a pen and paper behind you.
that's a real commitment, ladies and gentlemen.
That was the funniest part because all I had to do was
Just look around yourself.
with paper and
Literally
it was
behind
hilarious. But anyway,
This is funnier.
Yeah, this is. I mean, that's how the best stories are told.
Listen, that's that great commitment
Yes.
to the
the
moment,
craft.
to
Yes,
the craft.
that's why we
Exactly.
gave her such a very long title. So one of the requests that Jade had when she got on
yeah,
the project
that's
was
true.
like, "Listen, I don't want fancy titles. I don't want like big shit. Like, I just want to take care of this." And I was like, "Okay, so we're going to be the backstage technical and production manager." Yes, like the beat. It's like a whole line of titles. Like, well done.
I'm gonna get
Yeah.
rid of this last thing.
What
because
is the
I
last
know-
thing?
You know it's gonna. You know it's gonna.
I know
coming.
it's gonna come in,
What
and,
is-
and we had this conversation already at dinner.
Did we have this conversation?
a couple of nights ago
Oh no.
when we were at dinner with all the people from the LARP? Something that Kurtz actually in the last episode, the episode from last week, go check it out with Scotty. I thought we managed to go through the entire episode without mentioning this, but unfortunately we didn't manage.
This is very serious.
Yes.
Yes,
So
it's something that
you're
pains
familiar
me.
with Critical Role,
Yes.
obviously, and are you familiar with the players? There's and you know who the players are that play. You know, there's
I know all of their faces.
perfect. So you would probably know who Robbie Damon is, the one with the hat, the one that looks like Pepe.
Yes.
I know that's where he's
So do
going.
you want me
with
to make a statement in front of
Please
the camera?
don't. Please don't.
it. Do you agree with that
He-
statement or not?
Literally says in
The
every
hat on top of him.
every episode.
I don't need to put the hat on top of him.
See, so you agree?
I agree.
See,
I already told you I agree. You
See?
should. You set
I
yourself
was-
up.
I
No,
wasn't
because I know he
even
was gonna
there.
bring it up. He literally
Ah.
never forgets. I thought he
But what is your
forgot for
problem with
once.
that? He's a handsome man,
I-
beefy handsome man.
I agree. I just really don't see the like he's a
doesn't
very handsome dude. And I'm not saying like I know I'm an okay looking guy, but that's like a really like very famous, very talented, very good looking man. I don't see it. I really don't see it.
Well, you don't
And it-
have to see it. It's good for us
Thank you.
that we
Thank
see
you,
it.
everyone.
It's pluses in the environment.
This was a very rare occasion where Pepe self-scored the goal.
Yeah. Like, because I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna pull this tooth.
I'll be honest. I was gonna bring it up earlier when I mentioned the critical role stuff. That's how I was going to segue into it. But then the conversation took a different route. I said, okay, I'll leave it for later.
Okay.
I'll leave it for later.
Thank you.
But I'm very happy that you brought it up.
Yeah.
I'm glad to
I
have
brought that-
yet another person who agrees with me.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I think you're just, whenever we have someone coming to the podcast, before the podcast, you're like, hey, just make sure you agree with me. I'm just fucking with Pepe forever about this.
But you're the one
Just
who
agree
did that.
with
But you were
me.
like, make sure you don't
Yeah.
agree with him,
Yeah.
and you showed it to me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't.
See?
I am sorry.
Skullduggery.
Ah,
I am sorry.
Conspiracies, and I was still right.
I
So-
feel very cringe.
Well, I mean, that's what we do. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm wearing a t-shirt with our faces on the back. I mean, can't
Listen,
get-
that's our signature.
yeah, we showed it last episode.
Ah.
when we-
Let's show it again.
It is very cringe.
That's a commemorative T-shirt
Yeah.
for when we started our podcast. That's the thumbnail of the first episode. So please don't
Guten.
cringe. It's
Guten.
just for fun.
Well, now we have to wrap up.
We have to
But-
wrap up.
Yeah, so first and foremost, thank you so much for joining us. It's been such a pleasure having
Such a
you here
pleasure.
with us.
This was very fun. This was a very nice.
Glad you have fun.
I had a good time.
Feel free to come back whenever you want. We will make it happen. If you want to come
Definitely.
back, we will make it happen.
And we look forward to many other potential projects that we may come up with. We have quite a number of ideas beyond what we've already teased. So
Yes.
yeah, definitely.
Obviously, everyone, thank you for joining us. Thank you for staying with us.
Thank you very much.
for sharing this great company with us. Obviously, we're gonna put all the social media in the description. Our social media, Maria's on Instagram, on give us all your
Everything.
social media.
I will give you
Everything.
All the social medias.
Everything is gonna be in the description. Remember to like, subscribe, send it to your nana.
As always, the Nana.
The Nana.
Send it to your nana because nanas love us.
Apparently,
We
allegedly.
heard- allegedly,
Allegedly.
allegedly, nanas love us.
Jury's
Good.
still out a little bit on that.
That's a big.
Jury's still
That's a
out.
big audience. They have.
That's a
Very-
very big audience. Yeah.
Everyone has a nana.
Ah, there you go.
Almost everyone
I was
has a
gonna make
nana.
a terrible joke. I'm so happy I didn't make it. Let's move on.
Don't.
Let's move on,
Thank
please.
you so much for all our patrons who keep on supporting us with our shenanigans and our
Yes.
cringery.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, all of them. So this episode is airing in April.
Yes.
Yes, in April. So last month's release on Patreon was the Albert dossier.
Yes.
The two parts. There's the abridged part, which is available for everyone. So go ahead on our Patreon and check it out. Even if you are a free follower there, not on any of the subscribe tiers, you can still have it.
You
For
still get
the
something.
for the Super Geek tier, we have the full 20-page Albert dossier, which I had so much fun writing. So yeah, please
It's pretty
go
good.
ahead
It's
and
pretty
check
fucking
it
good.
out.
It's pretty
Go.
fucking good.
And check it out. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. And
One last thing.
yeah.
Next episode,
Oh yes, it's gonna be a good one.
we're going to have
Okay, yeah, let's save it for next time. See you next time. As always, keep being geeks.
Yes.
be an Epigeeks.